Hey everybody, my name is Max Holloway, and this is our McLean's RV What You Should Know Before Buying an RV YouTube series. This video, we're going to go into first-time RV buying advice, where to start, where to focus on, and what you should do before buying an RV. That way you can maximize your overall purchasing experience and ownership experience. So as you can see here, we have travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes on the other side of our dealership. And there's a lot of different genres of RVs. The first thing that you should really look at is how you're going to use the RV. Is it going to be for recreational purposes? Are you going to be going for weeks at a time? Are you going to be into the mountains? Are you going to be going to the beach? Those all might be considerations and different factors of what type of RV is going to work best for your situation. The other note is how many people realistically are going to be sleeping in the RV. If you have a spouse or a loved one that will be staying with you and you need to have two separate sleeping areas, that's super important. If you have a family like I do with little kids, you want bunk beds or something where they can have their space and mom and dad can have their space. These are all major factors that are going to go in a floor plan. As you can tell, all of these RVs look the same from the outside. Little differences, little cues, different build materials, of course, but it's just like with people, it's what's on the inside that matters. Meaning that we have recliners and Murphy beds and tables that make into beds, and it can all get really confusing really fast. So this video series, we're going to go into how we can simplify RV purchasing and what McLean's RV can do for you. So when you're looking at an RV, the most popular style of RV is called a travel trailer. This, for example, is a travel trailer. It will connect to the bumper of a tow vehicle, for example, a Ford F-150 pickup truck, a small SUV like a BMW X5, a Toyota Highlander. This would be a great option for your first RV. It's small, it's compact, and it has some luxury amenities. Now, when we're initially talking about your first RV, we're going to go into some factors. The first factor should be comfortable monthly payment range. What does that payment look like? Is it $150 a month? Is it $1,000 a month? What would you be comfortable with spending? Of course, the second option is going to be, what is your tow vehicle? Do you have one already? If you don't, that's okay. Half of the towable RVs that I partner with families with, they don't have a tow vehicle to tow this. They buy the RV first, and then they go and buy their tow vehicle second because they want to know some specific factors on the RV, meaning the overall length, the unloaded weight of the RV, and the GVWR, the gross vehicle weight rating, as well as the hitch weight. How much weight this hitch is going to put on the back of the tow vehicle. Those four factors are key in understanding how your tow vehicle is going to succeed with towing safely, comfortably, and hassle-free. So those are some important factors. And if you don't have your tow vehicle yet, then this process becomes just as easy as already having a tow vehicle. If you have that tow vehicle, you're going to be easily able to identify, using our link below in the description, what your tow vehicle can do, and what package your vehicle has will determine the amount of weight that it can tow. We at McLean's always want you trailering very safe and secure, so our tools in the description in this in the bottom are going to help do that. Going back to the camper, campers are going to have different lengths, just like boats. If you've owned a boat before, you know the bigger boat you go, you start with a little John boat and you can go up to a mega yacht and everything in between. When we're looking at conventional travel trailers, we're going to have some initial options. For example, sleeping accommodations. If sleeping more than two people is important to you, we might need a different layout of travel trailer. As we step into this one, we're going to notice that we have a couch, we have a queen size bed, and of course, we're going to have a full kitchen and a rear bathroom with a shower and a toilet. Now, we're going to get into some videos on different travel trailer classifications, different bedroom, bathroom classifications. Where that all makes sense is going to be described a little bit later on. But ideally, if you've looked at RVs online, you've looked at Facebook Marketplace, you've looked at used ones, you've looked at new ones, you might have even went to a couple dealerships, and you have to develop an identity, as cringy as that might sound, of how you want to go camping. Now, for me, my wife and I would love this floor plan. My wife would love it because it's got a massive rear bathroom where she can get ready. I love it because I love to cook and I have a lot of countertop space. And we like to sit on couches rather than a dinette, which is a table in an RV. That's the term we use, dinette. So this would be perfect for us, where I can watch the football games as well as cook and have everything in a simple, compact travel trailer. How I achieved the thought process that this camper is a good floor plan was I laid out a few critical components that are important to me. First, overall size of RV. You don't have to know to a foot. Plus or minus 5 feet's comfortable. My recommendations are simple. If you have a half-ton pickup truck, I typically recommend a travel trailer under 30 feet. If you have an F-250 or a 2500 3/4 ton pickup truck, I typically recommend less than 40 feet. If you have a 1-ton or dually pickup truck, I typically recommend whatever your heart desires. Of course, that's in specifications for towing. Now, if you have some SUVs or you don't have that tow vehicle, then that's completely fine. And this process doesn't change. But what it does circle back to is overall budget and what you're comfortable with spending. This is a luxury purchase. No one has to have an RV, and we know that. So laying out proper parameters and comfortability guidelines on what works best for your family is really important. I would recommend financing an RV. It makes a lot of sense. Let the bank's money depreciate, not yours. Let your money earn money in an investment portfolio. Of course, we take cash and wire transfers. That's not the point of this conversation. The point is to show the affordability side of RVing. You can have payments as low as $150 a month. And for most families, that absolutely dignifies purchasing an RV and being able to use it a couple times a month minimum. So these are all factors that as you start to do more research and watch hopefully my videos, we're going to go into floor plans, we're going to go into layouts, we're going to go into size, we're going to go into different manufacturers, we're going to go into great starter RVs, we're going to go into luxury RVs, and we're going to go into everything in between and talk at a very high level about functions, features, benefits, and value. So stick along. This YouTube series is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited that you're watching this video. Thank you.